Coming up on MedWatch today, a story with a lot of heart. Meet a woman who received a life-saving heart transplant and why she's now on a mission to encourage others to become organ donors. Plus, glaucoma may not have many symptoms, but why you may be more at risk than you think. We talk to medical experts about what you need to do to keep your eyesight sharp. And new moms and dads may not be getting that much sleep, but that's not the case for those new cute babies catching all those Z's. Still ahead, how to make sure your infants are sleeping the safest. We speak to a labor and delivery nurse for the latest tips. Coming up. Hi there, and thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Stephanie Bainham. Are you an organ donor? You know when you're at the DMV and they ask you if you'd like to be an organ donor. Have you checked that box? Well, turns out half of Fresno County residents who are eligible to register as organ donors have yet to do so. But hopefully that might change after hearing this story about a 7-year-old girl who got the chance to grow up thanks to an organ donation made possible by a partner of community medical centers.
You wouldn't know it by looking at her big smile and long blonde locks. But college student Sarah Nealon used to be sick, very sick. At just 7 years old and in first grade, Sarah was diagnosed with end-stage heart failure.
When I got sick, my heart got enlarged, and so typically your heart is the size of your fist. And so mine was like double, triple that. And so when the space got enlarged, I had a bigger pool of people that I was able to get a donor heart from, and so I ended up getting a transplant, we think, from a 12-year-old little boy.
And it's that 12-year-old little boy's heart that still beats inside of her. Because an anonymous family said yes to organ donation, Sarah has gotten to grow, travel, laugh, and bond with her siblings, experiencing all that life has to offer.
It makes waking up every day worth it, to say the least. But it makes it very difficult knowing that someone had to pass away in order for me to be here, but it makes life worth every second.
And Sarah's organ transplant journey is a success story, but not the case for the 22 people that die in the U.S. every day waiting for an organ transplant that doesn't come in time. With facts like those, it makes the work of Donor Network West that much more important.
We are a nonprofit organization that is the bridge between donor families and recipients.
Donor Network West Community Development Liaison Marcela Corona hits the ground running every day, trying to educate people on the life-saving gift of becoming an organ donor.
The average wait time for a kidney transplant in California is 8 years, approximately 8 years. That's a very, very long time.
And with the nearly 1,000 people waiting for an organ transplant in Fresno County alone, Community Medical Center's partnership with Donor Network West is vital. Studies show that one organ donor can save the lives of up to 8 people, and a tissue donor can heal 75 others.
Just having that impact 100 times over, 150 times over is huge, and the hospital, CRMC, plays a huge critical role in that.
Lives saved, like Sarah, who can live and thrive thanks to the generosity of an organ donor. Someone she will never be able to thank in person, but if she could,
I would thank them endlessly. I don't know what right words to say to express the gratitude that me and my family have. There's no words at all. It's hard.
Well, if you are interested in becoming an organ donor, it only takes about 2 minutes of your time. Anyone can register as a donor, regardless of your age or medical condition. You can do so in person at the DMV or by visiting the website, donornetworkwest.org.
We all know how important our eyesight is, but you probably don't think about glaucoma on a daily basis, do you? Well, for anyone in our lives over the age of 50, this eye disease should be on your radar. Because research shows that more than 3 million Americans are diagnosed with glaucoma, but only half of those people even know they have it. As a result, more than 120,000 people have gone blind from glaucoma. But one local doctor in town is getting the word out about the importance of having a regular eye exam. Our Julie Musgrave spoke with Dr. Samuel Hinton, an ophthalmologist at IQ Vision Care, a partner of community medical centers, to find out more.
Dr. Hinton, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Now, glaucoma is an interesting disease. What exactly is it?
So glaucoma is pressure in the eyes that causes damage to the optic nerve, which is like the connection cord between your eye and your brain. And that damage causes loss of peripheral vision. And if left untreated, it eventually causes blindness.
And the unfortunate thing is there are no symptoms.
There are no symptoms until very late in the disease. If you get to the point where you've lost peripheral vision, you're very, very late in the disease. We want to pick it up much earlier than that because our treatment is designed to prevent it from getting worse. Once damage has been done, it's very difficult to get back, or very little is gotten back.
So folks need to be doing their regular checkups so that you guys can look for it early. What are you looking for when you do these checkups?
So it's very important for people to get their annual or biannual eye exam. When people come in to get checked for glaucoma and for routine eye exams, we check the pressure in the eyes. We also look at the optic nerve. The optic nerve has a specific appearance to it that is normal and healthy, and when that normal, healthy appearance isn't there, we often order additional glaucoma tests, special imaging of the optic nerve, and visual field tests to detect the periphery vision. Those tests help us pick up the glaucoma much earlier than it would be picked up if you just came in when you had symptoms.
And if you do detect glaucoma, what happens next?
So people who have glaucoma need to be on drops chronically. Once we start you on treatment, we're pretty much committing you to treatment for the rest of your life. So we don't make that decision too lightly, but if you need it, you usually need drops. There's a number of different medications that can be used. The most common one is a drop used at nighttime that helps keep the pressure low. If for some reason drops don't work, we have additional lasers and or surgeries that can be done to prevent the glaucoma from getting worse.
Okay, we got to make those appointments. Dr. Hinton, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Coming up on MedWatch today, NASA takes to the sky to help in the fight against malaria. See how state-of-the-art technology is helping reduce malaria outbreaks worldwide. That's just ahead in our health headlines. And meet our healthcare hero of the week, a person who makes Terry's house feel like a home for families with sick patients at Community Regional Medical Center, right after this.